Hello YouTube, this is Undead93 coming back with you with part number 28 as we continue through this route trying to... that's a really annoying ditto, but good thing it's dead now, so we don't have to deal with it. Let's go heal up Audie, since that thing was a pain in the frickin' whatever. Yeah. Good thing that thing is dead, so don't have to deal with it. So, Route 15, Fuchsia City. Let's see. But there are good things, in my opinion, in Zexal 2. It's not, like, completely horrendous. I do enjoy most of the voices, except for the main character, which is annoying as hell. I do like the kind variation of the XYZ monsters compared to the regular monsters, of them being 2D versus 3D animation, which is pretty good. But I do think it's kind of bullcrap that only number monsters can defeat a number monster. It's like, yeah. If that only worked in the card game, which it doesn't. Because if it did, everybody would be playing number monsters, because number monsters can only kill number monsters. Then they have like some weird BS, like if they don't have like what's it called? Like XC material attached to them anymore. They don't have that immunity anymore. I hate that too. Let's see. Protect. Figures. Take that, Charmander. It's probably not going to kill you. Okay, I thought you were going to use a fire move on Audie, but I guess I was wrong. Time to die, Squirtle. Bam. Still surprised at how low level my Pokemon are, though. But, whatever. I know that these gyms have like 30s to 40 something, so... And now it uses Surf. No, I'm just kidding. It uses Water Gun on the wrong Pokemon. Yeah, whatever. It's their trainer logic. Bullets again. And King will just... Well, Audie, King just killed everybody. You were kinda pointless. At least you're not that ugly abomination of gloom. That thing was ugly. Ugly. It's a bird guy. Yeah. Spearow. Bring it, Spearow. My Audie can do a lot to you. No, it can't. Go, Earthen! Earthen! Kill this bird. So yeah, if you want to contact me, you can either contact me on my Facebook page, or you can contact me on Skype, which is probably more convenient, since I'm not on Facebook that often. So, yeah. It's a Fearow. It's a giant bird. Rock slide hit. It's a one-hit wonder. I remember that from the frickin' Pokemon Stadium games. Those are so much fun games. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my timer back on. Click. Start. Speed this up. Nope. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this thing has been going on for about a couple minutes, so we'll just keep going. There. So, Earthen's now a new level, so let's move him down. Earthen, you have leveled up. You know what to earn? A new car. And then he goes all crazy. Yay, I won a car, even though he'd probably crush it being inside of it. A far-fetched. Gen 6, please give us a far-fetched evolution, because we kinda need it. There are a lot of Pokemon that need evolutions, though. Like far-fetched. What other Pokemon actually do need evolutions? Let's see. Knockoff. Whoops. Let's look at the book of books. Let's see. Nope. No. Yep. Let's see. Fearow could use an evolution. Same for Eradicate, but Eradicate's kind of this normal, regular Pokemon, so it probably won't get an evolution. Let's see. Where's the next trainer? Hey, another bird guy. Let's see. Arbok could use an evolution. Same for Sandslash. Maybe. Its defense is already pretty good, so probably not. Ninetales doesn't need one. Fable and Wigglytuff don't really either. Let's see. Da 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 da. Let's see. Farfetch'd definitely needs an evolution, in my opinion. Let's see. Already has an evolution. Chansey does. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. Mime. Not really. Duo. Rocket. Try attack. Let's see. Jinx could use an evolution. Like the only one out of the trio that doesn't have an evolution. Pinsir could. Tauros could too. Lapras should be a weird with an evolution. Let's see. I think that's it. I'm just Gen 1. Rock slide. Leer's gonna do nothing to me. I'm a frickin' Graveler. And I miss. Not using Growl. Guess what, Fearow? Take a bunch of rocks that come out of the sky. Well, the anime did explain what rock slide does if you're not in a cave. Rocks will just appear out of nowhere. Remember that from watching the fight between, I think it was like Trip and Silent and his Crustle, which is probably his most badass Pokemon ever. It pretty much uses Rock Slide. I don't think it was a Crustle yet. I think it was still a Dwebble. But pretty much used Rock Slide and the rocks pretty much just appeared out of frickin' nowhere. It's like, bam! It's like, huh. So the rocks just appear out of nowhere. Secretly, there's a dimension of rocks, and whenever something uses Rock Slide, you're like, no, there goes my family. Why? Why did you have to take my family from me? And they're like, because they were rocks. I'm like, but it was my family. And they're like, who cares? You're a rock too. So, yeah. Rock Slide is an evil move. It destroys rock families. But I'll still be using it. Mwaha! Because I'm evil. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not evil. That would be Dr. Fanservice. He's kind of evil. Kind of. Not really. Maybe. I don't know. I still have to talk to the guy. Even though I've known him for a while. So, yeah, I don't talk to him that often. Well, I don't talk to much people often. So, yeah. TMs aren't that rare. Yeah, right, you can only use them once. Unless you're in Gen 5, or you can use them many times. Gen 6, keep that mechanic, because I love that mechanic. If you don't, why? Also, son of a bee. Hey look, it's Pidgeotto versus Pidgeotto, but I like having Earthen out. And if he's Whirlwind again. You know, stop doing that. Use this frickin' move again, I'm gonna frickin' punch this Pidgeotto in the face. And it does. Well, this thing is gonna get punched in the face. Get off my stage! Hero! Let's see if Earthen can do something. They seem to be able to just getting knocked around. Oh, we didn't get to summon rocks from a different dimension. Stop lowering my defenses. You're evil. But yeah, there are some good things with Sexel. Getting back on that topic. It's kind of like with Doctor Who, that there is no bad Doctor, in my opinion. Even though I'm still on the first Doctor, though. Even though I've watched pretty much just like all that I know of the other Doctors are from like crossovers, which they all do pretty well in the crossovers. So yeah. Except Doctor number 6 and his crossover with my favorite Doctor, Doctor number 2. Yeah, I didn't like his crossover with him that well, because Doctor number 2 kind of outacted him. But it makes sense, he's Doctor number 2. He's awesome like that. Like, hey, you have like a prejudice against, or for the second Doctor. Like, well, yeah, he's my favorite Doctor. Most people have a prejudice for their favorite stuff when they have others. It's like when I was watching Highlander Endgame, which don't ever watch Highlander sequels because they're horrible. When Connor McLeod gets killed. Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Connor McLeod gets killed in that movie. Guess what? That movie's just a giant retcon. Spoiler alert too. Yeah. I just suggest watching the first movie and not watching any of the sequels. Because their sequels really screw with shit. Like, also I heard that M. Night Shyamalan made another movie, which I'm wondering with Hollywood, like, why? Because M. Night Shyamalan is kind of the bane of frickin' existence. In my opinion, it's like M. Night Shyamalan essentially made the worst adaptation ever, in my opinion. And that's the Last Airbender movie, which I'll probably, I don't know if I ever do my own thoughts on it, because I only watched 5 minutes of that movie because that's all I could watch. Because yeah, being 5 minutes of that movie, I was like, yeah, this show, or screw this movie. Show is a billion times better. Yeah. And from what I hear, his other 2 movies are kind of lackluster as well. I've seen The Happening once. Yeah. The villain in that movie is pretty much the Wind. Spoiler alert, it is the Wind. It's like, we have to run from the wind. You know it's impossible to run from wind. And if this stuff's from the wind, you're all f***ed. Because, yeah, the wind can kind of come in from anywhere. Pretty much, let me kind of sum up that movie. It's pretty much, hey, nature is kind of pissed off at us. Now it's going to start killing us, because I guess it can do that. So pretty much, like in theory, infects people. It's like, oh, I can't control myself, and then they kill themselves. It's like, I didn't know nature could just take away your free will. I guess it can. Through crappy writing, in my opinion. Like, I've written stuff before, and I know writing stuff isn't the easiest thing to do, but really, nature doesn't work that way. If it did, essentially we would all be screwed, because nature would be like, hey, look at all these people doing all this stuff. Bam! Kills them all. And you know what we would probably do? We'd probably be like, oh no, we must destroy nature, or some weird BS like that. It just wasn't the best movie. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan is pretty much like, because he had The Sixth Sense, which it's an okay movie. It's still a good movie. It's just not my bag of bones. You have Unbreakable, which is a really good movie in my opinion, and then the rest of the movies is just kind of, in my opinion, just start going towards a complete crapper in my opinion. It's like, yep, there it goes. M. Night Shyamalan, you were an okay director, and then you went to nowhere. From what I hear, After Earth is not the worst movie, but it's a sci-fi movie, and you really can never go wrong with those movies unless you have like some weird, unless you're Twilight. Yeah, I don't like Twilight either, but I'm guessing that's like a major population of people who don't like Twilight, because I hate it. If only Bela Lugosi was alive today, he would probably look at Twilight and be like, no, that is not a vampire. And I'll probably be getting haters from people who love Twilight, like, well, I could care less what you Twilight lovers like, because Twilight is not my kind of fandom, and I will probably never like Twilight because, in my opinion, it killed vampires for this generation. Like, there are awesome vampires from this generation, like Blade, who was a badass vampire, but Twilight kind of made vampires into, in my theory, non-vampires, because, hey, they can go out in the sun. No, if you were a vampire, you'd be on frickin' fire. In flames. Like, I'm on fire! Like, yep, that's what happens when you're a vampire. You burst into flames when you hit the sunlight. It's like, oh, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. I'm like, well, maybe you should have learned to become a vampire first. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, I hate Twilight, much like 90 to 99% of the population of Earth, or moviegoers, or whatever. Unless you're like one of those Twilight, I think that their fandom's called Twihards, or whatever the heck it's called. Ooh. Pineberry. We're gonna go heal. That's one thing I do like with the newer generations, that they put like doctors and nurses everywhere, so you don't have to do these long trekked running sessions to the Pokemon centers. So yeah. There is one game I hope that does get localized. That would be the only reason I'll buy a PSP too. Yeah, buy a PSP as well. So yeah, and in Japan it's pretty much if you took the Digimon Adventure, the first season of Digimon, and put it as a video game, which I completely loved season 1 and season 2, and making that into a game and you're pretty much playing through like the whole series, that is awesome. It's like what Pokemon Yellow was, but in my opinion better, because they could actually capture everything better. Pokemon Yellow is still a good game, it's just it couldn't really capture everything as well, since there's stuff in the anime that really can't happen in these games to make it make sense. I thought also one thing I also wonder with some Ash's Pokemon, because there are a lot of Ash's Pokemon that I do wonder when they'll ever evolve. Like Ash's Squirtle, or his, I know his Bulbasaur doesn't want to evolve because just because. That's one thing I do kind of hate. It's like, hey, we can't have this Pokemon evolve because we want to keep it as cute as possible, or some BS like that. That's one thing I do think that they do in the anime. It's like, no, we want it to be cute. And like, but Ash's team would be a lot stronger if he had more evolved Pokemon. I know, hey, smaller Pokemon are able to do a lot, but they can't do as much as like a fully evolved Pokemon, in my opinion. I know they made like items that get around that, like Evilite, that make Pokemon more defensive, but there aren't ones that make Pokemon who are pre-evolved more stronger. So yeah. Also, Ash, evolve your dang Pikachu. There's not really anything Pikachu can learn anymore that a Raichu can't learn. I know it had Volt Tackle, which then you replaced it with Electro Ball, which I think is the most stupidest move ever, because Volt Tackle is pretty much one of the most powerful of electric moves. I know Electro Ball probably can be better if Pokemon's speed is strong enough, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see. It says that there's an item over here from what I remember. But there is a trainer. My cute Pokemon wish to make your acquaintance. Ah, then bring it, lass. Or picnicker. Yeah, picnicker. It's a Pidgey. Go King. So yeah. Let's see. I will also probably reorganize my because I do have a playlist of like openings from animes I have seen. I'm probably gonna like rearrange them for how my anime reviews are. Like first I have my Chobits the in that playlist, its opening, and then so on and so forth. But I probably won't have the ones for future reviews since those haven't been planned out yet. But I'm still planning out like which stuff I'm going to review during this stuff. But I will have to find more fan servicey stuff, since yeah, there's not a lot of, well, there is and there isn't. So yeah, for Dr. Fan Service, since he's kind of taken up residence in this channel, so yeah. Let's see. But I do have a pretty good anime for him to pick clean. For next week. Yeah, next week. PP up. Let's actually use that. Where are you? PP up. Let's use that on Shadow and Giga Drain. Since Giga Drain is blue, that can. Don't think. Okay. Wow, your badges are too cool. Yeah, my 4 badges. Bring it, Picnicker Valerie with her Poliwag. Let's see. Audie, go. Let's see. Rain Dance. So now this thing is faster, I think, since they have Swift Swim. Let's see. I'm probably going to end this episode a bit early because, yeah. So sorry about that. My voice is, my throat is not feeling good after, you know, that, so they'll probably end it after this battle. So, yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know it's not the best thing to watch, since it's just watching pretty much stuff on a screen while somebody just says stuff, unless you do like that. But yeah, why does everything want to put Audie asleep? You son of a bee. Let's see, Rain. Where? Okay, there we go. Oh yes, another Hypno. Okay, good. I really hope they would make another Pokemon Stadium game-esque game, because we did have Pokemon Battle Revolution, which it was a pretty good game. It's just it didn't have like the pizzazz that Pokemon Stadium did, which with the mini games and everything else, but which they could have made doable, since sorry for getting this giant tangent, but yeah, I'll probably talk about that in my next video about Pokemon Battle Revolution. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.